Hey, welcome back to Fade the Mahoney preview time. We're going to keep this short because we care. We know all you guys care about is Jorgy. Jorgy will be on the back end with his lock of the week. Trevor, I'm sure you know Jorgy's 1-0 on the year. He might be the
Of
best
course.
NFL. He might be the best NFL better on planet Earth. Uh, Trevor, boom, over here. Good to see you. Seems like it's been months, but it's probably only been weeks. Um,
Feels like a long time. Rest in peace, Magic. Not Magic. Sorry. Rest in peace, Gators. I was looking at the jersey behind you and thinking of the Gators and thinking of Jorgy. And I would like to let them know that despite them being terrible at everything and hitting the under somehow once
three and a
again,
half. 3.5.
I am still a Gators fan and I still love those boys. And their entertainment, they entertain me.
Yeah.
And I think the only way that Jorgy could be so good at sports betting is that he's around those guys all the time and they must tell him their picks and he fades them. That's the
Yep.
only way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That team's bad. Who was happy that they got swept last time? Who's the happiest guy on earth?
Who's the happiest guy on earth? You?
No,
Uh,
Mr. Schultz.
Ha 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 ha.
He hates
oh,
us.
Mr. Schultz. I thought you were going to say Trevor Bonham.
Oh.
How lucky is he to get out of that shit show?
Yeah. Ultimate team player, Bonham. All right. So we're previewing Magic. 9-3 already won their division somehow against the DBacks. 8-4, lot to play for. Go ahead, break it down. However you want to break it down. Give me numbers. What do you want to do?
Okay.
But
Well, this is very simple.
before this is what you've got to do. You've got to get inside the mind of the likely manager of the year, Jack. Get inside his mind and figure out motivation. So go for it.
Well, there is no motivation, right? The only motivation could be to keep the train on the tracks, right? To keep the momentum moving forward. But ultimately, I have to just believe that he's just going to give the guys who haven't had as much opportunity some more opportunities, right? I just got to feel like that's the case. And when Jimmy and Norpa's on the other side and they have everything to play for, I can't imagine them losing two of the three games. So I think you have to make the Diamondbacks very, very large favorites.
Okay. How big?
Which I'm going to go minus 720.
Wow. Wow. That's bigger than last week's, which was the highest ever at minus 500. All right. How about this? It's an insane number, by the way. Insane. Um, if the Diamondbacks lose a game, none of the other games matter, right?
That is true. I think.
Yeah. Right? Because they can't finish as the third seed, I assume. But
Yeah.
maybe they can't. That's an insane number. So obviously, I'm gonna grit my teeth and take the Magic at plus 720. Yikes, Trevor, that's a bad number. Okay.
Listen, there's no way. There's no way. I don't even like they'd have to lose the first game. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. I was really hoping to get Jimmy on here. I wanted to ask him some questions. I really wanted to grill him about the strategy when they played whoever that was. That was the Mallards, right? Where they
Yeah.
didn't work out for them. They needed
No.
to win that series. All right, just real quick before we get to the total, I'm still up 1450 on you on the season because we split last week. So,
Can we do double or nothing on this one?
so that if the Magic win the series, I win 1440 and you win 200, or or are you saying double the whole amount?
Whole amount, yeah.
You'd have to give me at least one of your children if you lost.
That's fine.
Right.
Listen, if the Diamondbacks lose this series, I will eat my shirt also.
Oh, okay. All right. No inside information, right?
No, I don't have any.
Okay.
I barely even get to see any of the series as it is,
All right.
let alone have inside information.
All right. We've got an eat your shirt bet. All right. What's the total?
I mean, so given the way that I think that the series is going to go, you have to go very high, in my opinion. So I'm going to go 17 and a half.
18.5. And how is it that you think this series is going to go? They're going to try to win, and they're not. I mean, they're going to have a difficult time scoring, right?
Maybe. But the Diamondbacks are not going to have trouble at all.
All right, I'll take the under.
Fair.
Here, a bonus bet.
10,000?
What's that?
10,000?
10,000. God, you're a degenerate.
I got to get even at some point.
Over. Who's the best hitter in the league? Go ahead, say it.
Grant Miller.
Grant Miller is the best hitter in the league. Jimmy Norp wants to win this series. Over under base hits in the 3 games. Grant Miller, I would set at 1.5.
That's a great line.
Thank you,
Jimmy. There's no reason to pitch to Grant Miller. Zero.
None.
Nobody. I know that Jack hit a couple home runs against the ghost of the Cobras, the ghosts of the Cobras. Sure, great job. You know, in a bandbox park, well done.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
Magic will be exiting the playoffs in the first time that they play.
Okay. They at least they're into the second round already, so that's good for them. I don't know. The Cobras, they put what'd they do? Drew Davis and Gus on the mound that 3rd game?
They were trying.
Yeah.
To do something.
All right.
Drew makes statements. He's
Yeah.
just a statement maker.
Yeah, I was trying to get Drew on here as well. Drew, I love you, but when I get the chance to knife you in the back and we take over the Cobras, I mean, it's going to happen, right?
At some point, someone's going to take the Cobras over. Might be the league.
All right. I've got the Magic at plus 720. I've got the under at 17.5. Big series. DBacks need to sweep, so they get the bye. I guess the only thought I would have, again, getting inside the likely manager of the year, Jack. Is there any 4D chess to be played here in him figuring out who he wants to have a bye in the other league? Could there be anything there?
I don't think so. I mean, I think if anything, it would just be if you think you were going to see the Diamondbacks in the World Series, then you would just not show them anything. Why would they throw RJ against the Diamondbacks? 0 point.
It's a good idea. So what does that mean then, do you think? Bonham pitches, Miller pitches a game or two, Bonham pitches a game or two, something like that?
Jack I personally think we could see Jack in there. I think you could see Ackerman. I don't know if he pitches, but maybe he does. Maybe he's a stud. Who knows? Give Curdy the ball. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
That's
just don't show them anything that they would see in. Sorry, I'm doing math right now. In the playoffs. So I just realized that I believe. How much do I owe you? 14 what?
1450.
1450. So if the Magic win, you win $10,150 by my math. Nope, that's wrong.
What are we figuring out here?
That's what we're betting.
Oh, all right. We'll figure.
You win $10,440 pesos.
Okay. All right. All right. That's it for the preview. Unless you got anything else you want to say to likely manager of the year, Jack. Got anything? Any comments for him?
It feels good to be back on Fade the Mahoney right now. I feel like it's been a while. Good on Jack for being gifted a great team and having his team perform despite his terrible lineup making.
That's a good point. All right. That's going to do it for us here. Good gambling, everybody. Jorgy, hopefully, hops on the other side. Say goodbye, Trevor.
See ya.
All right. We are back with my weekly lock of the week. Start off just like we did last year, 1-0. I mean, not a lot of thought into it last week. I was given one game and the Lions were in it, so obviously I'm going to take the Lions. They won outright. Big year from the Lions. This week was tough. I was going through a couple different ones. Thought about taking New York against the Cardinals. New York looked awful last week, but I think they'll bounce back, and the Cardinals are still starting Josh Dobbs. The Cardinals had a pretty good pass rush week 1, and that's where the Giants struggled, so that's why I kind of strayed away from it. Thought about San Fran -7 against the Rams because Kyle Shanahan owns Sean McVay. But, the Rams, they look pretty good. They're at home. So I'm going to go with something that I don't love to do. It's taking a heavy favorite. But on FanDuel, Buffalo is -8.5 against Vegas at home. Another team that didn't look great week 1. Josh Allen looked terrible, but I think against this Raiders defense and secondary, I think he can exploit them. The Raiders barely beat Denver last week. I don't think Denver's that good. Jimmy G's been kind of hurt this week. So I just think that they'll bounce back this week. I think that they're a good team. If they lose this game, that's very alarming, but I think they'll bounce back. So I'm going to go Buffalo, -8.5. Let's get to 2-0.